All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Habitat issue triage for September 18th, 2018. Looks like we've got 7 issues to go through, so we will get that started. All right. Take a look. First one, on-prem builder not pulling down all packages needed. Let's see. Okay. Anyone have any thoughts on this?
Is 10.9 the latest?
That's a good question.
Some version of Yarn.
Node.js.
I think it's Yarn. Oh wait, Core Yarn is out with support for Node 10.9. I'm having a hard time following what he's asking.
Node 10.10 is the latest node package.
And what version of Yarn was he looking for?
I guess newest as of September 11. Well, yeah, okay. We can probably figure that out.
LD 1.7.
And is 1.7 unstable? Scott, if you're talking, you're muted, I think. Maybe not.
There is a version in 1.7 unstable. It's got a dependency on node 10.8 though. So maybe that's the issue.
That possibly could be. I might be reading this wrong. It seems like the version of Yarn is probably pulling in what it was, built and linked against.
Yeah.
So this could be like, a different desire of like Core Yarn should be built with a newer version, maybe.
There is I was saying there is an unstable version that looks like it's built with node 10.9.
I see.
It's still 1.7, but it's been built more recently and it hasn't been promoted.
So the on-prem sync script it doesn't take any dependencies into account. So it's only going to go grab the latest package from from core. It doesn't matter if there's something that's in unstable that it was built against, if they're ever out of sync at all, then you're only going to get the latest stable version of each thing. So like Core Yarn here has a dependency on npm or node 10.8, right? But the latest stable of node is 10.9, so he's probably getting version 10.9 of node, which is causing Yarn to fail because we didn't take the dependencies into account.
Okay.
So I think what he's asking for is a feature that just downloads all the packages, not just latest stable.
So when we pull the latest stable, we're not also pulling down their dependencies. We're just saying whatever is stable is
correct.
It.
That's it.
That's a correctness problem we need to fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like when somebody asks us to sync the depot to like their origin, we should just hand them the whole 80 gig tarball. And here you go, populate. But I think we did this to like save bandwidth, not on our end, but like for everyone else, because 80 gigs is a big file to chunk around.
Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be everything, but it's just whatever's latest with its dependencies.
Right.
Right. Well, yeah, you have to do some depth solving, which we don't. I mean, I guess we could write some feature to do that, but right now the only thing with knowledge of the graph is the in-memory job server database.
All you need to do in the heart file is there's already a static file that has every depth, so you don't need to traverse anything. It's just like one file, you cat it out and make sure they're all there. So the depth solving is basically already baked in.
Right, but you have to unpack it then. So for each time that you want to do this, like every time there's a new dependency uploaded, we need to be tracking the T depths in the database somehow and asking the database for that information. I think after we merge the databases, we can probably do this now because the graph should have knowledge of depths and T depths soon. This is all part of the in-flight changes that are coming.
Okay. So it seems like the near-term fix here might just be to promote the newer version of core yarn, possibly.
Maybe. I'll let Scott speak to that since he's probably representing the complaints. Yeah.
As who's yes, the public with outfits and see talking level.
You're in full robot mode.
Awesome. And originally for starting, I things reach this.
We can't really hear you all that great, Scott. Sorry. Would you like to type it in on the issue? So I think we should probably accept this for backlog because it does sound like there's a correctness issue in the syncing script that we need to.
Yeah, and I think I think there might already be an issue for this. I just don't know where it is. I can see if I can find it, and one way or the other I can either do this or or clean it up.
Okay, cool. You'll do that, and we'll just go on to the next one. Thanks. Windows service package is missing from archive. Their populate depot command on the on-prem archive. Windows service is missing from the archive. All right. I'm not sure if this is another side effect of what we just talked about, but it seems like we should have that in place so that it can run. Any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely Hab launch is important for for Windows there. Oh, I'm sorry, Windows service, but yes.
Yeah. All right, so that the builder bug. And all right. All right. Steven submitted this. Concurrent Hab package install unsafe for local packages. That's interesting.
Has this logic changed? Because that was an atomic move at one point.
Good question.
Yeah, that's
back in cache.
That's not right. I'm not sure when that changed, but it should always have been an atomic move from a temp file. because yeah, copying introduces the risk of two things going to the same source. Yeah,
Okay.
I would say put a bug on that.
Yeah.
I can likely take a look at that because we've had to correct this problem. This is probably the third time now. I'm not sure why this keeps happening, but
That should probably be an easy fix.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Hopefully we'll get that fixed up soon. All right, build's failing because core make can't be downloaded.
So this may be where we have to go into the history to figure out was something happening on September 14th. Likely, we had some issues in the last week, specifically within a couple days around some
That was last Friday.
responses. I think this is probably related. Some responses that were going back that were getting basically cached, so that the next time somebody else tried to get that package, they basically got something that looked corrupted, even though like from the source we didn't lose anything or corrupt anything. We just had a corrupted copy, and this is almost certainly based on the date what happened. There might be a few other things that come up with that, but
yeah. Maybe we'll just close it and say if you're still running into this, feel free to reopen.
yeah. Yeah, as far as we know, it should be resolved, and we've purged all the caching. So if this is something else, then we'll look at it, but we're pretty sure it's resolved. I guess I could have typed that, but sorry.
All right. Update .NET Core. All right, so it's just seems like a straightforward. Oh, looks like Graham may have already fixed this. Oh, all right. That makes that easy.
That's like, yeah, A+ effort there. Awesome.
Yeah, so I guess that is ready for view.
And it looks like when that merges, it'll close the issue off too. It's got the fixes linkage, so that's super excellent.
That makes that easy.
Yeah.
All right. This was from this morning. I think Scott, this was an issue with the node scaffolding, or was that right?
Looks like it.
Am I coming through fine?
You're not as robotic.
Better, yes.
Wi-Fi is flaking out here. It was an issue with rootless Studio doesn't have user bin by default, so node scaffolding expects it to exist. So we just need to, in one of those places, fix it.
Okay. Do we have an issue already for that core underlying issue?
Not yet.
Not yet. Would you mind making one, and then we can link it to this and close this one out? Cool. All right.
So we may, like, this is fixing it essentially in two places, but depending what we do in the scaffolding, it might just be good health for us to also do that. Like if we're doing a symlink to a target location, the least we can do is call the makedir, which could be a no-op if it exists, and otherwise it's there. It's just, like being a little paranoid, and that'll make sure if somebody was to copy something else and there's another directory that doesn't exist legitimately, then it wouldn't be a problem. So we could probably do something in both places, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I have to say that's been a fun exercise in finding out where people want to touch directories on a file system that has no directories already. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what do you mean user doesn't exist? That's
Yep.
Of course it doesn't. You're in a studio. There's nothing here. Welcome to the beginning. This is a blank canvas.
All right. I think that is it for the issues this week. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next week.